All right.
Okay, so I welcome everyone here to St. Basil Academy. I know a lot of people don't know exactly what we do, or they kind of envision what was done 30, 40 years ago instead of what's actually being done here now. And when St. Basil, the property, which is a beautiful property on the Hudson River, as you guys saw, and we're sitting in the music room. It was the music room of the Jacob Rupert estate. So the property was purchased by the Kyriakos from Jacob Rupert in 1944. And then the Archdiocese immediately started running it as there were two things that were being done here. One was an orphanage, and there were children here. And then the other thing was it was a place where they were training teachers, mainly Greek teachers. And so the school building, which we'll see when we walk out, was on the side. That program was moved in the 80s from St. Basil up to Hellenic College Holy Cross. I know you guys went and visited that Saturday, Sunday. So that program was moved by the Archdiocese from here to there. Over the years, the things have changed even here, and so right now we have 3 programs, and there's a few copies of this here, but there are 3 residential programs here. One is what's called the youth program, which is basically an outgrowth of the original program, and those children are here without their parents, and we are basically custodians for those children, and that's for ages from basically kindergarten, 5 or 6 years old, going through they graduate high school. We also have a program here that's called the family program, and we have single mothers, and they're here with their children. They're here because they need to be somewhere. It's safe, it's protected, and we have also facilities for the children so that we get the mothers back on their feet. That's designed, and we've had mothers that have come through and have moved on. Actually, the first, and I don't know if you guys may or may not have heard of this, was Presbytera, the last name was Baker. Father Baker was killed in a car accident.
Yeah, very recently.
And,
Matthew, right? Father Matthew Baker?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and so that was actually how that program kind of started.
They were housed here for a period of time? Is that what it was?
They were, you can see the building here where they were.
Didn't know.
And,
Wow.
they were, and we're here for the families to provide, help until they can move on. So, and so they were here for, I think, 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
And then they, since she bought a house in Pennsylvania, from what I understand.
They had like 5, 6 kids too, right?
6 kids.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
So,
Wow.
and then and that's like basically how the program has started. So we have mothers that need a place to be, and they're here with their kids. And then we have what's called the bridge program. So when the kids are finished with high school, they're allowed, if they want to, they have to apply for the bridge program. They could stay on campus. There are separate dorms for the older ones. And they could stay here till they're 25, but there's also some conditions. So they have to either be working or going to school to be in the bridge program. But they're here to, just so they can get supported till they're ready to move on. So we don't just kick them right out at 18. Some of them do move on at 18. Some of them, go to school or start working and move on. So a little history with the property. I mentioned that it was bought in 1944. It was owned by Jacob Rupert, and his estate sold it to the Philoptochos and the Archdiocese. He was the owner of Knickerbocker Beer, a brewery in New York City, and he was also the owner of the New York Yankees. So, the little fabled history with this building is that Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and all the Yankees of the 1920s basically were in this building at some point. Wow. So, that's the little history. He also, and as we walk around later, I'll show you some of the buildings. He was a collector of exotic animals. So there are buildings here that were built just to house some of the animals, and like I said, the maintenance area was actually a monkey house at one point. So it's like that's what we're being used. So the numbers, I don't want to actually get into the numbers of the kids right now. I mean, I did mention what it was, but that also fluctuates. So
Are these young people just from the young ones? Are they just from the state of New York?
Nope.
Oh, they're from the whole continental
the whole-
U.S.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the mothers with kids, that program,
Same
same thing.
Same thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So with the mothers, they would get recommended by. So the mothers are all Orthodox, but they're not all Greek Orthodox.
Okay.
But they would get recommended by their by a priest would recommend them to come here, and that's how they will end up here. So.
What are the ways that a parish can sort of support St. Basil? I mean, the most obvious is obviously sending donations, financial. Right. Any other ways that parishes help, or you guys could be helped?
So that is something I would defer to. We have a Lauren Binaris, and she is the one who kind of helps with all the outreach and that kind of stuff. Okay. We have every year we actually have. Our graduation is normally held right on the lawn here, overlooking the Hudson River. Oh. And then we have our Christmas pageant in the gym where you guys were. I don't know if you noticed, behind the one basketball there was a stage.
Oh yeah.
So this year we had 300 people come for the Christmas pageant.
Nice.
So it was packed. But donations are a good thing. There's a lot of things that are being done with the kids because we also have on-site social workers that are here every day. Oh, okay. So they're getting support.
Sure.
So it's a good place. We have a nurse who's here. Well, today is President's Day, so sure. People are off. And also, all the kids are not on site right now because here this week, the public schools actually have this week as their winter break. So some of the kids are not on site.
Oh, okay.
So
do they go home or to family or something?
Actually, and this is a way people can help. There's a program for host families.
That's what that was. I saw a flyer in the gym, and it said something about hosting a kid, but it wasn't that clear, so I wasn't sure what that meant.
Yes. So what happens is like in the summertime and during like the Christmas break and like this break, there are host families that will they'll sign up and then one of the children will go and spend that time with the host family. Oh wow. So and
how many of the kids that are here now are, for example, right now with a host family?
This week?
Yeah, this week.
I honestly
you don't know.
Sure.
You don't oversee that? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. And are these host families like all over the continental U.S. or are they local?
They're not all local, like as in New York. But,
okay.
And some of them, they could be around the U.S.
Okay.
But because of logistics, most of them are
within driving distance.
Tri-state area,
okay, makes sense.
New York, Connecticut, New Jersey.
Yeah. Nice.
Because it's relatively easy to drive.
So will families theoretically take a kid for the whole summer?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
They've got to get vetted though, I would imagine, by like the DCFS or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we are, we are permitted by OCFS, and so there's all sorts of things. Even like groups that come here, theoretically, everyone has to have a background check.
Yeah.
And
we've all done that.
Yeah. So. But again, those are the kind of things because we're not going to give the kid to a family that.
Yeah, of course. They're drug dealing out of the garage or something.
They could, that's not a good thing to see.
Yeah.
So
oh, wow.
They go there, and actually, also we've been trying. Like the kids also will do other things. So last year, and this summer also, this summer we're planning on sending two of the kids to Ionian Village.
Oh, that's huge. Wow. Do any of them ever go to like the local like St. Paul camp?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
So
have any of them gone to Crossroad by any chance?
I don't know.
Oh, that's
Is that near you guys?
No, well, that's the bridge between like high school and college. I don't know. Have you not heard of the Crossroad program?
I have not.
It's a national program. Anyway, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit like Ionian Village. It's a camp for young people who are just trying to figure out where they want to go in life. But anyway, yeah, that's great.
And so from my little background, so I've been helping here in Yalta since 2005, but I was ordained September 24th, and I started here
Of last year. So you've been a deacon for like
2023.
7 months.
Not even.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like 5 months.
Oh, boy.
And I, officially started here October 1st. So, like I'm learning my way around also.
Makes sense.
So, just
Yeah.
that's but like that's why, like I said, I'm not sure. Maybe they have. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Nice. Any questions, boys? Elias, any questions between your nap? We had some cumulative sleep deprivation here. Any questions? Anybody? Anything? All right. Well, thank you. If you'll take us around a little bit as well.
We'll take a little.
Okay.